that helped Zach make the decision to come to NIU. Since he graduated in just 2007 with a BS degree in management, Zach has been with Epic, a fast-growing private healthcare software company. In 2011, just 4 years out of NIU, he had the opportunity to move to United Arab Emirates to start Epic's Middle East offices. In 2012, Zach returned to the U.S. with Epic, and he's now based in Madison, Wisconsin. Zach's amazing success in business in just 6 years is outstanding enough. But Zach was also able to make the time to continue his involvement with the College of Business. He has presented in career classes, and the teacher that hosts that class shares that he is a favorite of the students, so we hope he'll keep coming back. He participates in the Department of Management's e-mentoring program, and Zach pretty quickly understood the importance of giving back and appreciated what NIU's College of Business and Department of Management had done for him in preparing him. And so he started donating and being a donor to the department almost immediately. For the past 3 years, and again, he's only been out 6 years, Zach has funded his own scholarship in the Department of Management so that students there can have the opportunities that he did. His department chair says it's just remarkable that someone like Zach would give back and commit so much from the get-go. Adjectives that his faculty members and contacts at NIU use to describe Zach are: he's incredibly smart, down-to-earth, humble, and very generous. So please join me in congratulating our 2013 Outstanding Young Alumnus, Zachary Alessandrini.
All right, thank you very much. I just have a few notes here. I was told I get about 45 minutes to speak, and then I realized there was a dash in there, so it's about 4 to 5 minutes. Try and cut down. I want to start out with, I'm absolutely thrilled and honored to receive this award today. Specifically at NIU, I have to thank Sarah Marsh for the Department of Management, and Tina Alvarado, who, we talk about my involvement in coming back and help. Without their support and helping me get back and interact with students, that wouldn't be possible. I have 3 things I kind of want to touch on briefly. I want to touch on why, a few things about why I think I got this award, a few characteristics and tools that I've learned from family and NIU, a little bit about what the award means to me, and then third, what I feel the most important role of alumni is at NIU. And you can get out your checkbooks for that when we get to that. So first, just a few general characteristics. My dad, Joe, taught me the meaning every day of my life of hard work. And everybody kind of knows that, so sometimes you just got to put your head down and work your tail off. But he taught me along with that while you're working hard, you need to stay calm. It doesn't help to get all worked up. And that you need to stay calm and you can't complain, which I'm still working on that sometimes when you have to work hard. My stepmom, Cindy, taught me the idea that no matter what you're doing, no matter how small the task, the person you're working with, it could be a CEO, it could be an assistant, give it 110%. Pay attention to the details. No matter what you're doing, make sure you give it your absolute best and put the best product out there. And then my mom, Janet, taught me compassion. And in what I do in my company, we love to make money, we love to grow our business, but at the end of the day, you have to remember that it's all about people. I work specifically in the healthcare field, and while we like to make money, we like to make sure hospitals are doing well financially, we have to pay attention to the patient, and at the end of the day, we have to get back to that point and make sure we're doing right at a very people-to-people level. At NIU specifically, I want to point out 2 kind of important points that I think NIU does really well that prepares our students to beat students from other schools in the career. One, group work. It's pretty fantastic, and it's a simple concept, but almost every class I had my last 2 years at NIU, we were involved in group work. And when I go back and I talk to students, and when I ask them to raise their hands, who likes group work? No one raises their hand. And when I ask them even more, who likes to be put in a group where you don't know any of the people and you don't get to choose your group? And then no one raises their hand. But in the end, when you get out into the real world and you get a job, that's exactly what you do, right? You get put in a group and you're forced to do the best you can with that group. I have some accounting friends, and I always thought you went into accounting because you didn't want to work with people. But they actually work in groups too. So no matter what you the Middle East, that's one thing I definitely learned from people I worked with from India to China to the Middle East. You have to learn how to work with those people and make it work and be successful. The last part, which I know it's kind of the motto of the business school, but bringing the business world into the classroom, it's so true. I don't want to get too in depth, but my last semester at NIU, I don't think I had a class where it was simply reading a textbook then taking a test or quizzes on it. I did an ELC project that a lot of you probably know the ELC program. It's absolutely fantastic. I was doing a capstone report for the honors program, which was just me kind of doing independent study and writing a report. And then I had classes where we were just doing group work and discussion-based exams in that way. And so when I graduated and started my job 3 weeks later, I was ready to go, right out of the chute. I said, hey, I had been doing this for 6 months already, so it gave me a great head start. What does this mean to me? So when they asked me to kind of write my bio that you see there, I asked for some examples of others that have won these alumni awards. And I was a little bit shocked at how impressive the bios were, and when I started to think about it, I was like, ooh, maybe I should ask them if they got the right person here. As I started to list that out, I've been with the same company, and I think I've done some good things, but compared to Christine and George that you're going to hear today, their careers have been very, very impressive. But then I thought about it as a Young Alumni Award, and what it means to me is this. It's a great award, and I'm thrilled to have it, but it's also an expectation and also a belief that how I have started my career means that I can do really, really great things. Personally, professionally, and giving back to NIU. And so if I come back here in 25 years and all I can tell you is that in 2013 I won the Young Alumni Award, I'll be somewhat disappointed. So that's what it means to me. I think it's an expectation to keep going and keep doing what I do. Finally, the role of alumni, at least in my opinion, at NIU. I think it's important. You're going to hear a lot about giving back. And certainly we need financial support, whether it be in the form of scholarships or anything like that. But in my opinion, our main job as alumni is to give vision to students. There's a quote from George Washington Carver who said, "Where there is no vision, there is no hope." And I want to take a look at some of the students that are probably undergraduates today in our business school. Most likely they were in high school during the financial crisis a few years back. There's a good chance that many of them had parents lose work, had parents have to work longer and not be able to retire because of that financial crisis. And now that they're in college, a lot of the communication they get from the outside world about that college degree is that it's not going to be enough. That they may graduate and then they're not going to be able to find work. That they're going to be in debt for 30 years because of college loans. And I don't think that's correct. And I think it's our job as alumni, however you get back and get your message back, whether it is that you go back to NIU and talk to them, whether it is that you just have email communication with students, whatever it is, students have to be able to see that we have hundreds and thousands of alumni doing amazing things. And then I think that's the most important part, that we get that vision back. Because they're getting the tools, and NIU is absolutely fantastic at giving them the tools and the knowledge to go out and compete in this business world. But they got to have that long-term vision. They got to know that there's all these paths to success, and it's right in front of them. So that's all I had. Once again, I thank you very much. I am absolutely thrilled and honored. Last point, let's beat Iowa this fall. Thank you.